Radiation. Everyone has heard of it, but what is it actually? What is this thing that exists all around us with the potential to kill us in extremely horrific ways? And at the same time, it is our most advanced way of generating power to fuel our lives. There are many types of radiation, ranging from radio waves all the way up to gamma rays. In this video, I would like to focus on ionizing radiation. So let's start by discussing what it means to be ionizing. The human body is constructed with the help of DNA, your genetic source code if you like. This DNA consists of multiple nucleotides, and these nucleotides are held together with covalent bonds. When radiation is energetic enough to break these bonds, we call it ionizing. This means that they are powerful enough to break some of your genetic code necessary to construct you. Cancer, mutations, and dead cells are the result of such damage. Now that we have cleared that, let's get to the actual topic, radiation. There are four main types of ionizing radiation: alpha, beta, gamma, and neutrons. The first type is alpha radiation. This consists of two neutrons and two protons, making a helium atom without any electrons. Usually these helium atoms are expelled with an energy of roughly 5 megaelectronvolts. Using the mass of a helium atom and the energy, we can calculate how fast it goes. As a result, we can get them flying at roughly 5% speed of light, or 5% c. Since helium atoms are relatively large in comparison to an electron, they interact way more with their environment, bumping into stuff and losing its energy along the way. This makes alpha radiation only able to pierce a couple of centimeters of air, and it's completely blocked by something like a thin piece of paper. The second kind is beta radiation. Instead of a helium atom, they emit either an electron or a positron, with a usual kinetic energy of 0.5 megaelectronvolts. Even though this is just 1/10 the kinetic energy of alpha radiation, due to their incredibly tiny mass, these electrons move at relativistic speeds, meaning they are very, very close to being as fast as light. These particles are so small that they don't interact with other atoms directly, but instead are slowed down by the magnetic fields when coming close to a nucleus. This results in a phenomenon known as Bremsstrahlung, translated from German meaning breaking radiation. The magnetic field slows down the particle, releasing electromagnetic radiation in accordance to the law of conservation of energy. The faster the particle, the higher the energy released, meaning beta radiation can create gamma rays, X-rays, and even visible light. On average, beta particles manage to travel 1 meter in air and are completely blocked by a thin piece of metal. Interestingly, beta particles can create a cool phenomenon when in a medium like water. Electrons are not as heavily slowed down as photons, meaning they can traverse through the water faster than light, creating a kind of photonic boom. This effect is known as Cherenkov radiation, and it's the glowing blue light seen in the pool above a nuclear reactor. The third is gamma radiation. These are purely electromagnetic waves, so they have no mass and move at the speed of light. Gamma rays form the upper cap of the electromagnetic spectrum, with wavelengths even smaller than an atom. The penetrative power of gamma rays is immense, and the only reasonable way to protect yourself from it is with really, really thick shielding. The more matter between you and the source, the better. We classify radiation in excess of 100 kiloelectronvolts to be gamma rays, but scientists have not set a specific value. In order to create such energetic waves, you require a very powerful event, like a supernova for example, although there are elements like radium-226 that naturally produce gamma rays. The most powerful gamma rays stem from tidal disruption events, with gamma rays in the 1 tera-electronvolt scale. There's no need for me to even try to compare it to something because it's just so stupidly much. These tidal disruption events happen when a star comes too close to a black hole and is literally torn apart by the insane gravity of the object. A magnificent sight to be sure, but just like with looking at nuclear explosions, make sure you are plenty far away. Finally, the last ones are neutrons. But wait, aren't we made of like 50% neutrons? Well, yes, but those are nucleus-bound neutrons. If you take them out of their little group, like members on 4chan, they become unstable with a half-life of about 10 minutes. When they decay, they release beta radiation. Another property of neutrons, arguably the most dangerous aspect, is that they are neutrally charged, allowing them to get really close to the nucleus of another atom. So close, in fact, that it can become absorbed, increasing the weight of the atom by 1 neutron. Now, this might not seem like a big deal, however, it can make atoms unstable. This means it can make you yourself radioactive. We use this property to breed certain elements, like an isotope of neptunium used in space by RTGs, radioisotope thermoelectric generators. Stars that go supernova or neutron star mergers use this method and a stupid amount of force to create heavier elements like uranium and gold. Now that we have gone through all kinds, let's do some math. But before you leave as fast as you can, don't worry. This is the fun type of math to put stuff into perspective.